Hi everyone, it's Steph here. This is the Novelty Corner and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my February book haul for you. It's relatively modest for my standards, which is probably a good thing. I do have 5 review copies, 3 of them are picture books and 2 of them are young adult novels, so I'm going to start with those and then I'll move into the books that I purchased for myself. From Allen and Unwin, I received Mo and Crow by Kasch and Jonathan Bentley. This is a new release picture book that is coming out on the 2nd of March and it is utterly adorable. About a man who lives on his own behind a wall until a pesky crow comes along and starts poking holes in said wall. So very fun, great bright colourful illustrations. This was a really fun read. From Scholastic I received 2 picture books. The first was Vernon the Penguin, which is all about Vernon who wants to fly desperately and he tries absolutely everything, from being shot out of a cannonball to building wings to parachuting, until he finally gets some good advice about what it actually means to be him and how you don't have to have wings to be able to soar. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous picture book. And also from Scholastic there is Joe and the Stars, which has a truly gorgeous cover. And this is about Joe, who lives in rural Australia and loves that every night he can look up at the sky and see the stars, and even when it's cloudy he knows that the stars are still there. But then his family packs up and moves to the city where it is a lot harder to see the night sky, and it is about Joe adjusting to his new life. My 2 YA review copies include You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This is a fantastic black YA contemporary story. It features a queer main character and a queer romance, and it is utterly delightful. I had the best time reading this, and you'll hear me talk about this in an upcoming vlog. And then from Allen and Unwin, I received Waking Romeo by Kathryn Barker. I have not read it yet, but it does release this week, and I am planning on reading it this week. So there'll be a full review up on my blog, hopefully by the end of this week. And then also I will talk about it in my wrap up next week. So I can't wait to read this. It is a, from memory, time travel story. It is Romeo and Juliet meets Wuthering Heights with time travel, I think. And you know I don't read my classics, so I haven't actually read those classics, but I do know the stories in general, so I'm looking forward to picking this one up. Then I have all of the books that I purchased. These are all adult titles. There is Tell Me It's Real by TJ Klune. This is the graphic novel adaptation of his novel. And this is the story of Paul and Vince, who meet in the workplace. And Paul is quite self-conscious, he's a bit overweight, and he doesn't believe that Vince could possibly be interested in him. However, Vince is very interested in Paul and pursues him to no end. And it is the story of their relationship and the ups and downs that they find themselves in as they try to work out whether they could make this something more permanent. Great graphic novel. It does come with a explicit content warning because there is some explicit content in here, but it's sort of about 2/3 of the way through the book. But I really, really enjoyed this. I picked up 2 Kerrigan Byrne books. There is The Highwayman, which I've been meaning to read for ages. I'm just really excited to give this a shot. I have been dipping my toes into Kerrigan Byrne, but I'm really, really excited to try this one because I've heard nothing but good things. And I also have All Scot and Bothered by her. And these are historical romance novels. I'm looking forward to getting to them at some point. I have 2 more Sarah MacLean books to read. The first is No Good Duke Goes Unpunished. This one does have a step back. And this is the 3rd book in the Rules of Scoundrels series. And then I also have the 4th book in the Rules of Scoundrels series, Never Judge a Lady by Her Cover. Sarah MacLean is my breaking case of emergency author when I just need something to cheer me up, so I'm going to be holding on to these. I do have a stack of her books to read as well, so I'm looking forward to it. And then finally, I picked up the first 3 books in the Hidden Legacy series. I've been meaning to do this for ages. So there is Byrne for Me, White Hot, and Wildfire. The first 2 books are brand new copies. This one is a secondhand one because the independent bookstore that I was purchasing these from was having trouble getting a new copy of this, but they had a secondhand one. So I said, I'm totally happy to take that because it's in pretty good condition. The step backs on these ones are not all that pretty, but you know, whatever. I really loved this series the first time I read it. And I know that I have said that I enjoy Catalina's stories more than the first part of the trilogy, but I do really want to have copies of them and reread them because they were just fun. The first time I read these, I binge read them because I was on holidays and I started the first one and then I just had to keep reading the others. So if that doesn't tell you how much I enjoy the series, I don't know what will. So those are all the books that I acquired in February. I may or may not have just placed another book order last night, but what can we do? I am really excited about all of these books. I'm glad that I've read the majority of them. I only have a handful of them left to read. There's about, what was it, 5? 5. The Kerrigan Byrne, the Sarah MacLean, and the Kathryn Barker books are the only ones that I have left to read, so that's great. In the comments below, let me know if you have read any of these books or if you're planning on reading them in the future. Otherwise, feel free to share something that you acquired in February that has you really excited to pick it up. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everyone.